Hi, congratulations on your new RV. We're really excited for you. Please make sure before you're signing that you bring the following items with you. If you're a cash buyer, please make sure that you bring a cashier's check, no personal checks at time of signing, or you may bring actual cash. If you're a finance customer, please make sure that you bring proof of insurance listing your specific lien holder. If you need that information, please call us ahead of time. Also, make sure that you bring all valid driver's license of all persons that will be listed on the title. If you have a trade that you're trading in with us, please make sure that you bring your 10-day payoff as well as your title and all persons who will be listed on the title of that trade. Arrive 30 minutes early before your appointment time so we can properly inspect your unit, and also make sure that you have the fridge on and running prior to arrival. If you have any questions, please feel free to give us a call at 810-686-0710. Thanks so much. Have a great day.
Hello, this is Mike with TradeWinds RV Center, here to congratulate you on your XLR Boost 27 QB toy hauler. I'm here to walk you around the unit, show you how to use a few things, get the best out of your camping experience. Let's start by talking about arriving at the campsite. Main thing you need to take into consideration is where your water and electricity hookups are. Electricity is about in the middle of the unit on your off camp side or your driver's side of your tow vehicle. And then your docking station is going to be just above the tires on your off camp side. So park accordingly so that you can utilize the facilities at the campsite. Once you arrive, you're going to unhook our hitch and get our unit level. I do recommend getting a stick-on level. Find the middle of your unit on your off camp side, stick it on there, and have someone watch that while you level your unit. You have a power tongue jack here with a docking light. Simply raise or lower the unit until it's level. You do have a manual override right here and a crank to run that up and down if you don't have power. Once you got unit level, we're going to stabilize it. Power stabilizing jacks on the side. Simply hit extend. These come down pretty quick. Two different sides on here, same on the back. I recommend jack pads. Jack pads are going to protect the feet of your stabilizing jacks from dirt and debris and hot blacktop in the summer. It's going to better distribute the weight. Just a good investment to put up underneath these. Use your 10% off coupon. Put them right up underneath these feet and just run these down till they're taut. As soon as you start to feel the unit move at all, don't go any further. Run all four of them down. Controls are here and on the rear of the unit here. Once you got them down, your unit's level and stable, we can go ahead and hook up our power and electricity. 30 amp service here. The way these new cords go on is they go in at a little angle here and then twist to the right to lock it and then put on your black washer. Now, should you need at the end of the 30 amp service plug in at home, we have a 30 to 110 adapter that comes in your convenience pack. Got our power hooked up, let's hook our water up. See your docking station here. City water connect on the left, fresh water on the right. First and foremost, your water pressure regulator. This water pressure regulator is going to reduce the water pressure to 40 to 50 psi, protecting the lines in your unit. Always use this when putting fluid into your unit. Hook up your water pressure regulator, hook up your hose, but don't turn your hose on yet. We're going to come right here to your hot water heater. All we're going to do at this point is make sure your drain's back in. Make sure that's back in there nice and tight. You may have left it out the last time you were camping, draining your hot water heater. Once that's in, you can go ahead and turn your hose on. After your hose has been on for a while, go inside to your hot water tap, open that up. Once that water's coming out of there, it won't be hot yet, but once water's coming out of there, you know your hot water heater is full and you can turn it on from inside. There is an on-off electric element down here. It's on off right now. The only time you ever want to turn this on is if you're hooked up to 110. Turn it on here as well as indoors. If it's not working for some reason, check these bubbles. They are reset buttons, just press them back in. Let's say we're going to go camping and not use city water, we're going to use fresh water, potable water. Again, use your water pressure regulator. Fill that up here. The way to tell when your fresh water is full is on the inside where you check the levels of your tanks. Hold your fresh water button down and that'll tell you when you're full. Just remember, when using potable water is when you're going to want to turn on your water pump. Don't turn on your water pump and hook the city water. It's already pressurized. All right, we're hooked up to camp. Let me walk you around the rest of the unit and show you a few things. Over here on the off camp side, we have our hot water heater, fresh water, city water connect, cable and satellite hookups, black tank flush. We'll talk about that when leaving the campsite. Your fresh water drain is up in here between the tires. This is a furnace heat release. If you're running your furnace, steer clear of that. It'll get rather warm. Again, your power. Here's our dump station, sewer outlet, wastewater holding, and gray tanks. And then your low point drain is located right up underneath the lip here for draining water when we're leaving. You have an outdoor shower, and all prepped for a generator, should you ever get one. Coming around to the front of your unit, you start right up on the unit with your battery disconnect. That'll disconnect all the battery power to the unit. That'll come important later when I'm talking about your carbon monoxide detector. Speaking of batteries, here's your battery post. Every now and then open that up and check your terminals, make sure they haven't wiggled loose. Your propane is on a regulator. Simply turn this to the left to open. Point it toward the tank you wish to be using. You see it goes from red to green. Power tongue jack. There's a cover for your propane. Big pass-through storage with your hitch work. Here's a manual override crank. See, you got a motion sensor light in there. Manual override crank for your your stabilizing jack. Excuse me. Step above steps. I'll show you how to put them up when we leave. Your outdoor speakers. This is prep for a TV out here. There's for the mount. There's a cable and 110s out here, or 110s if you want to set a table here. Leash latch for your pet. Fueling station. Here's where you turn your pump on and off. Locked in, here's your fuel handle, your rear stabilizing jacks, and a vent for inside your toy hauler. Come around to your off camp side. Your ladder to go up and check your seams. Caulk as needed. Missed a couple things over here. Your other vent, and this is a vent for your microwave. Let's go ahead and bring your ramp down. Then lock these, swing them up. And one person can bring this down. Cable hookups, unhook these cables if you want to use this as a ramp. Going up. You set your deck up. Zip the lift and fold it out. I'll show you how these snap in down here. Kind of let your gate go at an angle here. So this will snap right in there. And when you pull that straight, this also snaps in here. Coming up. Velcro this. Swing this out. Do the same thing on this corner here. Just get it to lock in there. Usually doesn't do it if you're standing on it. And there's your deck. That about covers everything on the outside. Let's take a look on the inside. So coming up in your unit, first thing I like to point out is the fire extinguisher. Make sure that you and everyone that's camping with you knows that the fire extinguisher is located at the entry doorway. In the hallway here, this is where it's pre-wired for solar. That's a template. Leave that on there if you ever decide to have it prepped for solar. Your thermostat on the wall right here, take it from off to, we'll get it on the AC, get your AC to kick on. Turn temperature down. Yeah, I forgot. Fireplace or AC will run on. There's your AC kicking on. Let's switch this to heat. Your AC will shut off quickly. Furnace will kick on. Now you notice when you shut the furnace off, the fan for the furnace will take a moment to shut off. It's like that in all trailers. So yes, you can choose either the AC or the fireplace here. We'll turn the fireplace on real quick. Not just for looks anymore. Turn the heat on these. Instead of using up your gas, use the heat from this to warm it up in here. Come up, here's your control. You have a ramp light, living room light, heating pads if you're at inclement weather for your hot water heaters. Here's where you turn on your awning light and ground light. Here's where you turn on your water pump, your water heater. Here's your brand new batteries. Here's where you check your fresh tank when filling it up to see if your potable water is full. But 2 black tanks and a gray tank. And here's your awning extent. Your awning, you only want to run that out until the flap falls down to 90 degrees, and then you know you're out far enough. Your Furrion sound system. Music indoors, outdoors, or both. Touch it for mute, hold it in for off. Found a remote for your fireplace. Remote for your sound system and television. Turn it on real quick. Connex TVs, these are the new TVs that are in almost all the units. I don't know if you're getting channels in here or not. Let's see.
On all of these.
Yep. Alright, shutting that off. Coming over to your Furrion fridge. Much to talk about in there. There's your controls. Come below your fridge is your access panel to your breaker box and fuses. Looks like you have mostly 15s in there, a couple of 30s. Highly recommend having a handful of those with you when you're camping. To the right of that is your 12 volt carbon monoxide detector. Again, the reason I mentioned this 12 volt, it's always running off your battery. So if you're not plugged in, going to be gone for the day, nothing charging your battery, use that battery disconnect to keep this from running your battery down. A self-explanatory microwave, fan and light for your stove. This glass top makes an excellent backsplash. Use your panel light. Turn this to light, it'll turn from blue to red. And there's your flame. Same thing with your oven. Turn it on to light right here. You also have an oven light, but light it over here. No pilot light underneath anymore. Coming into your living room, you have 110 here. Your recliners that could set over here normally. We've seen the deck set down. And we'll move your recliners back here and show you how to bring your bed up and down. Here's your bed control. Bring this down. As you see, top bunk and bottom bunk are coming down. You see your top bunk will stop about right here. There it goes. Catches on its own lip. And the bottom ones come down. So now if we want this to stay up, we want the top bunk to stay up. Of course, you know, these just come down and fold up for your seating in here. If you want the top bunk to stay up and just bring down the seats, simply flip this up. Flip this all the opposite way. There's one on every corner. Flipping it in. Got all 4 of them flipped in. Now, when we run this back up, see how that's flipped in. There's the instructions right there. So now when this goes to the top bunk is going to lock in. And then you can bring down just your seats. There's your vent. So if you just push that handle out, gives you a little breather in here. There's the other one. A couple USB ports above the lighting right here. Panels to go over your windows. I heard that click. Now when I bring it down, as you see, the top bunk stays up. Again, now if you want to bring the top bunk down, flip all 4 of these in. Bring that back up. Your indoor speakers. Coming down the hallway here. Your bathroom. Just want to mention in here is where your GFCI reset is on the 110. There's a table that'll set up in between your chairs on in your garage area, and USB ports on both sides there. Lighting here, that is individual lighting. You shut off by hand. Also prep for a television back here. Cable 110 right there. And that about covers everything on the inside. So let's act like we're leaving the campsite and close everything up. What I like to do is shut off my living room lights here. Then I can see all the individual lights I need to go through and shut off. Now that all the lights are off except for what I can control for here, look around, make sure everything's secured. Make sure our bedroom and bathroom doors are closed. All the lights are off. And we're all set to exit the unit. Shut our power off. So as you come out, in order to bring these steps up, you have to make sure this exterior door is all the way open, or this will catch on it. Simply lift it up into the doorway. Pull back on this and that'll lock your steps in. Lock and deadbolt your exterior door. Lift and turn your handle. Bring up our stabilizing jacks. At this point you will unhook any cable, unhook your water, there's the crank for your manual crank for those. Shut your gas off and head on up to the dump station. At the dump station we can dump several things. We can start here with your hot water heater. Not much in these. You can usually do this at your dump site. Simply lift this handle up. That's going to drain all the water out of your hot water heater. Once that's done, then you can go ahead and pull your drain here. Freshwater drain. Drain that if you use the potable water. If we're hooked up to city water. Low point drain right up underneath here. Open both of those up. And at the dump station, you're going to take your 10-foot hose, comes with your convenience pack. Hook it up right here. First thing we're going to pull is that black handle. Now after it sounds like your sewer outlet's no longer draining, you're going to come back here again with your water pressure regulator. Hook that up to your black tank flush with the hose at the dump station. Turn that on for a good 5 minutes. That's going to wash out your black tank, get all that nastiness out of there. Shut off your hose, unhook it, come down here, close your black handle, and pull your gray tank, your galley tank. That's going to be cleaner waters, your sinks and your showers. That's going to clean your hose out for you. Store it in a nice sanitary place and head on home. Again, thank you so much for your purchase. Hope you enjoy this boost for many years to come. Happy camping.